What's up guys, it's Nacho here and welcome back to another football roundup. What has been a very interesting, controversial weekend this weekend where, well, what to say, a lot of relegation happened, a lot of titles won. So yeah, let's start off with the Premier League. And in the Premier League this weekend, Chelsea won the title thanks to a player who literally didn't even kick a ball for them this season in Batshuayi. Yes, that's right, Chelsea are the champions of the Premier League. It was only a matter of time if they won the title, and they did it. Controversially, really. It wasn't a great game. West Brom pretty much put a 10-minute ball and say, you know what, you're going to beat us, try us. And, well, two players that Conte did bring on, took Hazard off, but the game was terrible, literally. Hazard wasn't really at it. And also took up Pedro, two quality players in the season. Brought on Batshuayi, and I forget who the other player did, but I think it was Wayne, the other player. But Batshuayi, it was a scrappy goal. Cahill totally miskicked it. It went to Azpilicueta, who was man of the match in this game. Puts an unbelievable ball. Batshuayi puts it in the back of the net. Conte goes absolutely crazy. Chelsea go crazy, and they win a title. Their fifth Premier League title in the Premier League, in the Premier League era. Credit to Conte, credit to the staff, players and their fans. They've been the best team in the whole entire league. And can they, now everybody's saying, can they go and win the Champions League? Can they actually go and defend the title? We'll wait and see. But they definitely are the favourites for the title next season. And also some other teams in there too. So going into, so congratulations to Chelsea. They've been the best team. And congratulations to Antonio Conte on winning his first Premier League title in his first season in England. Now that Chelsea won the title, Tottenham played Man United in what a game was the last game at White Hart Lane, the last game to ever play at the Lane, and what happened? Tottenham win 2-1. But Tottenham were amazing. They scored 2 goals from Wayama and Harry Kane, but who else but Wayne Rooney gets the last laugh every single time. I don't know what it is with him playing in Spurs, but he has scored the last goal at White Hart Lane. You should have put a pound on that. I should have put a pound on that. Or £5 on that, him actually, I'm betting on him getting last goal, because it was going to happen. It was going to happen. But Tottenham have been amazing this season. They had 118 years at White Hart Lane. Incredible. They're going to a new stadium. They will be at Wembley next season. It's going to be interesting in Tottenham next year going to Wembley. They have struggled in the Champions League and Europa League in Wembley, so they are going to title contenders next season. But the biggest problem then going to a new stadium, they have to keep Harry Kane, Dele Alli and that squad. If they go to a new stadium and get rid of Harry Kane, Ali, Dyer and Alderweireld and all the quality players, it's going to be difficult. But I think they will keep their best players when they go to the new stadium. And yeah, they're going places top. As for Manchester United, they're in the final Europa Cup. They don't care about the Premier League now. They don't. They're going to finish 6th, like they've been all season. They haven't been good enough this season. People say, oh, everybody said at the start of the season, Man United saved the title. Man United are not close to the title. You look at this Tottenham team, you look at Chelsea, they're not even the same breadth for them at the minute. So I'm not surprised Man United played Rashford didn't play, Pogba was even in the squad. So they're bigger fish to fry. They want to win the Europa Cup to get into the Champions League next season. Mourinho stormed out of the press conference because he doesn't care about the league. He says he probably plays under 23s against Crystal Palace, but their season's over. Their main focus now is to win the Europa Cup. Man City get a 2-1 win against Leicester in a very controversial game. Well, let's start off with the first goal, which was offside. Yes, you could say, well, David Silva was a good strike. You could say Sterling, well, was he interfering with play? He was. If he doesn't interfere with play, either Kasper Schmeichel saves it or the defender clears it. It's clear as day. It's a clear as day, not a goal. But the referee does what he does. He gives the goal 1-0 to City. Then the second goal came from a penalty, which was a penalty, but Gabriel Jesus steps up, scores it 2-0. Then Leicester get back in the game thanks to an unbelievable cross from Albright and a great finish from Ozaki. It's 2-1. And then the second half, City weren't really at it. Kevin De Bruyne had a couple of chances, and so did Gabriel Jesus. It wasn't a great game from City, but the big controversy came with the penalty for Leicester City, where I don't know what Clichy's doing. It's a slobbery tackle on, I think it was Vardy, but good credit where it's due to the referee. Morris steps up. It took a huge deflections off him, off his left foot and right foot, which means doesn't count. And 2, want to finish City 1 foot in the top 4. They just need to win one more game, and they're probably going to finish 4th or 3rd. And Leicester, their season's over. Not going to get relegated. They're probably going to finish 10th to 14th around there this season. They've had a they finished 10th. That's where I think Leicester are. Look, they win the league last season. That's something like we've never seen before again. Maybe ever again. It may happen again. But Leicester that's where they are. They're not a top 6 or top 7, and they're not a bottom relegation team. They are mid-table. But Craig Shea's done an amazing job since he's been. I think he'll get the job now with Leicester. City, Pep has had a horrific season. I know it's his first season, but next season I would judge Pep Guardiola, because that's not a Pep team. We all know it's not a Pep team. But Pep Guardiola and Man City probably will finish top 4. Liverpool getting a massive win against West Ham thanks to Coutinho, who was playing in a different type of role. He was playing in the number 8 position. You know, they were playing a diamond formation. They had Sturridge and Origi up front. They were phenomenal. Daniel Sturridge was sensational. He scored his first goal. Coutinho's ball was sensational. He literally just put a ball through the whole entire West Ham defence. They didn't have a chance to even get him. Daniel Sturridge does his little, yeah, you know what I mean. And he scores. Then the second goal came from an unbelievable strike from Wijnaldum. Hit off the bar. Coutinho does what he does, and he puts it in 2-0. The third goal was controversial because it should be a penalty to West Ham thanks to Wijnaldum's elbow in the face to Reed. They go on our end. Coutinho makes it 3, and Origi makes it 4. But defending from West Ham was terrible. They had a big chance as well from Ayew, who just missed a sitter hit the post, which sums up his season and West Ham's season at the Olympic Stadium. But they had to give credit to Liverpool. This was a big game for them. This is the type of games they struggled this season. They had to find a way, and they did. I feel like they're probably, they will finish 4th. It's not going to be easy, but that game against Middlesbrough is the one everybody thinks I think they could stumble, but they play that team, they should finish 4th. Arsenal get a 4-1 win against Stoke City, and they put the pressure on Liverpool and City for that 4th spot. They're the only team that can catch them now thanks to United's humiliating defeat. United's defeat to Spurs. They're the only team that can catch them. Giroud scored a couple. Sanchez, well, does what Sanchez does. If Arsenal didn't have Sanchez season, they wouldn't even be in the top 7. And Urza got a couple. Stoke got to go back from Peter Crouch. He scored more goals for the 100 club. It's amazing. But it wasn't. It was a hand of Crouch. Really, it was not a freaking goal. It wasn't a goal. But credit to Arsenal, they got a 4-1 win, and then there's a whole banner playing saying Wenger means out. For the love of God, this man has been amazing for Arsenal. They could win the cup, they could win the FA Cup, and they probably won't finish top. They probably won't finish top 4, but they have next a chance to finish top 4. But that man has done a remarkable job. He doesn't deserve a fucking airplane with a banner up saying Wenger out means out. I mean, for fuck's sake, get a fucking life, for goodness sake. I don't have a problem with banners. You can go and protest the owner, you can protest anything. But the fact of the matter is, you have an airplane over a fucking stadium saying that, it's a disgrace. It's fucking pathetic. But anyway, enough about that. Arsenal, looks like they're going to end the season on a high. Stoke, they're on the flip-flops, sunbathing. That's what Stoke are at this moment in time. Their season's over. Crystal Palace relegate Hull City because Swansea get a 2-0 win against Sunderland. Sigurdsson and Llorente do what they usually do. Yes, Sunderland should have a penalty offence to Sigurdsson's handball. Doesn't matter. Sunderland fans are booing for the whole game. They probably are a disgrace anyway to call themselves a Premier League team because they're not good enough. They're relegated ages ago and they are not good enough. And for me, I'm telling you right now, Sunderland right now probably won't get promoted next season. That squad is probably, I picked the full and put for that team is worse than Aston Villa, and they had only 17 points last season in the Premier League, and look what they are in the Championship. Now I'm not telling to go Aston Villa fans. Villa probably are the favourites to get promoted next season. I think they will get promoted next season. But the fact of the matter is that Sunderland team is not even close to getting promoted. If they even get playoffs, I think they'll pull up trees next season. But as for Swansea, good win for them, which meant if Hull lost to Palace, they relegated. And that's what happened. Crystal Palace humiliated Hull City 4-0. The fact of the matter is, it could have been 5, 6 or 7. Yes, Hull City had so much with the ball, they had no shots in the game. Not one shot on target in the whole bloody match. That's the reason why Hull City were relegated, because if you don't put the ball in the net, you're down. I don't care if you're the best defence in the league. You don't put the ball in the net, you're down. Simple as that. Crystal Palace took the lead thanks to Zaha, which was bad defending really from Renocchi. I don't know what he was doing. The second goal from Benteke is a set piece. Hull are useless from set pieces. This is the 21st goal they conceded from set piece this season. That's pretty much why you're relegated. The third goal, which was bad defending really, you can say bad defending or good attacking. Doesn't really matter. Mitrovic puts it in the net 3-0, and Van Aanholt makes it 4. Hull are down. Marco Silva brought a little bit of light to the team. They were bottom of the league when he took them over. So they were, for me, going to go down anyway. Marco Silva done a really good job. I don't think he'll be there next season. I think it looks like he is going to be the favourite to take the Porto job, because the Porto manager looks like he's going to get the sack because they didn't win the title. But I see a Premier League club buying him. If it is true, Connor isn't going to get the sack for Southampton, he may be the manager for Hull City. But Hull are down, Palace, Big Sam. Like I said, clean sheets, wins, he keeps you up. Simple as that. The man's never been relegated, and I said he'll keep him up, and I was right. Everton get a 1-0 win against Watford outside this game. Well, Barkley scored a good goal. Everton's season's finished. Watford, definitely going to leave. Definitely with the sack. And obviously that game, season's finished. Sam get 2-1 win against Borough. 2 England players scored. Redmond and Jay Rodriguez, and so did Patrick Bamford on his first ever Premier League goal. It took him 2 years to score his first Premier League goal. His celebration pretty much summed up really. He was celebrating for at least a minute. It was incredible. But I'm only meant for Real, but they're going down. They're down, but Borough. But they at least say, well, we could get promoted back again. Sam had an alright season. Got that cup final. It looks like we finished top 10. I think that's a decent team. And last game is Bournemouth against Burnley. Bournemouth, what a win! And Josh King, what we can say about the guy? He's another goal. 17 now this season. I think he's ahead of so many big players. Harry Kane, Lukaku, he's ahead of so many good. He's ahead of Hazard. So many strikers and so many quality players, which is amazing. I mean, I don't think he'll be born for next season. He keeps doing that throughout the season. No chance team. Burnley, their season's over. They're staying up for ours. They're staying in the Premier League. Bournemouth looks like they're going to finish in the top 10 as well. Now guys, I've got the Premier League table. Now Chelsea are champions of the Premier League. Congratulations to them and their staff and manager Conte. Southampton will finish second. Looks like City will probably finish third. Liverpool and Arsenal looks like those two who finish in the top 4. Man United will finish 6th and Everton will finish 7th. Down the bottom, Sunderland, Borough and Hull City are relegated from the Premier League. Now guys, let's go on to the Bundesliga. And in the Bundesliga this weekend, Bayern Munich won in an unbelievable game in a 9-goal thriller, 5-4, where they were 4-2 down with I think 7 minutes to go. They scored 3 goals in 7 minutes. That's right, Bayern Munich came back from what was an incredible game against Leipzig, who actually played really well in this game. They were leading the game 1-0, then Bayern got a pen, made it 1-1, then they went on made 2-1. And then Bayern got a goal back from Thiago. Then it was 3-1. Then Leipzig made 4. Then it was 2-2. Then Leipzig made 3-2. Then they made 4-2. And then, well, Bayern got back from Lewandowski. Robin scored an absolute individual goal. And Alaba scores one of the free kicks of the season. So, Bayern Munich, man, they may have not had a great season. I think they've had an alright season. You know, we won a title and, okay, we won to win the treble, but you know, Carlo Ancelotti, you know, he's not that type of manager that he's different than Pep. I just think this Bayern Munich team is going through a big change, and I think a lot of those players for me need to be sold to bring in new players. Leipzig, they've been sensational, really. Timo Werner has been phenomenal, 20 goals now this season for him. And also for the likes of Forsberg, who's been sensational this season. They've really got something. They could be a surprise package in the Champions League next year for Leipzig. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, good game. Dortmund only drew 1-1 against Augsburg. If they won this game, they would have finished third. They didn't. Aubameyang and our goal 29 in the season. Augsburg got a good point, which probably keeps them up in the Bundesliga for another season. Hoffenheim won 5-4 against their informed team in the Bundesliga, Werder Bremen. What a goal! What a game! There, cracking goals, cracking game. Hoffenheim are now only goal difference behind Dortmund. It's going down the last day of the season between who will get that automatic Champions League spot and who has to go into the playoffs. Ingolstadt are relegated after drawing 1-1 against Freiburg. Well, it was only a matter of time. I mean, yes, they had a really good end of the season in Ingolstadt. They won a couple of games, same as Darmstadt, but it wasn't going to happen. You're not going to go 5-6 games. No team can do that unless you're Bayern Munich or any other team really in the top half. But a really good end of the season, Ingolstadt. They can take that into next season when they try and get promoted next season. Freiburg, they still have a chance to get a Europa League spot. It's going to be difficult, but I think they could get it. Leverkusen get a 2-2 draw against Cologne. That's probably kept them up for another season because they have way better goal difference than all the teams fighting for that relegation playoff. So it looks like Leverkusen are definitely in business next season, but there's big changes need to be done in the summer for them. Cologne, a point, probably gets them Europa League. And last game is Schalke against Hamburg. Hamburg had to win this game, they didn't. It looks like it's between them and Wolfsburg because they play next weekend. That game, whoever loses that game gets the relegation playoff. Simple as that. The rest are all safe. Ingolstadt and Darmstadt are relegated between Wolfsburg and from Hamburg for that last relegation playoff. It looks like it's going to Hamburg because they always do. As for Schalke, their season's over. They're not going to finish Europa League. They're been a very poor season for them. A lot of changes for them in the summer. But it may be good for them not playing Europe because they can just focus on the league next season. Maybe. So guys, look at the Bundesliga table where Bayern Munich already were champions weeks ago. Leipzig will definitely finish second this season. They will finish runners up to Bayern Munich. Dortmund and Hanover is the last game for them, who will finish third. And we also got a 3-team fight for Europa League too. So it's any of them three could get from Cologne, Hertha and Freiburg. Between them who get the Europa League. And the bottom, Ingolstadt join Darmstadt in the second division. Hamburg and Wolfsburg, whoever loses that game, will go into the relegation playoff. So guys, let's move on to La Liga. And I think this weekend, Barcelona win 4-1, Real Madrid win 4-1. The title race is going probably to the last day of the season, where Real Madrid won 4-1, great win for them. Ronaldo scores his 400th goal for Real Madrid. That is astonishing. 400 goals he has scored for Real Madrid. Remarkable. Man literally is a fucking hybrid. Him and Messi is a league of their own. There's no one. That's what I call a hybrid. A league of their own. Those two are literally way ahead of everybody else. 400 goals. That's fucking ridiculous. Incredible. So great one for them. But great win for Real Madrid. They have to win all the games from the end of the season. They will be champions. Barcelona still put the pressure. Still take it to the last game of the season with a 4-1 win as well. Neymar Suarez scores the goals. That's Pons get a goal back, but it's going down the last day of the season for that. And Atletico Madrid get a 1-1 draw against Real Betis, which means they will finish third this season. They will finish built behind Barca and Real Madrid yet again. Not a great season for them this season. Yes, they got the Champions League semi-final, but they wanted to win the Champions League this season and also fight for La Liga. They haven't had a great season, but they're going to a new stadium next season, so they're really looking up Atletico Madrid, and hopefully next season they can push on, keep Griezmann and bring in some quality players and push on for that league title and Champions League next year. Sevilla, who lost against Real Madrid, they will finish fourth because Villarreal only drew 0-0 against Deportivo, which means Sevilla will finish fourth. Deportivo, they are safe, and Villarreal will finish probably fifth. Sporting Gijon, even though they beat Elbar, are relegated because Leganés drew 1-1, which against Athletic Bilbao, which means they are being relegated because of the whole entire head-to-head. They don't do goal difference; they do head-to-head. They have a terrible, so they can catch Depor on points but they can't catch them because of head-to-head because they I think lost twice this season. I'm not 100% certain about the way the head-to-head goes, but they were relegated. They will join Osasuna and Granada in La Liga second division next season, and a good point for Leganés, which keeps them in La Liga for another season. Athletic Bilbao got a point too, which means they're probably going to finish in 26th. Now guys, look at the Bundesliga. Let's look at La Liga table where Real Madrid and Barcelona is going to the last day of the finishes, both on the same amount of points. Real Madrid have a game in hand, which is this Wednesday. They win that, they go top. Atletico finish third, Sevilla finish fourth, Villarreal. There's 3 teams like it was in the Bundesliga, as is in La Liga. We're fighting out for Europa League spots. The relegation battle is all gone. In the bottom half, Borneo will join Granada and Osasuna in La Liga Second Division next season. Now guys, we're on to Serie A. And in Serie A, Juventus could have won the league title, but they didn't. Roma won 3-1. Juventus played not a strong team. They made a lot of changes to the team because of their cup final against Lazio midweek. But Roma, yeah, you credit them, they took the title to another weekend. A good win for them, so I don't think they're going to win the league title this season. Roma got too much to do. But they've definitely shown next season we're fighting for the title. Next season, Roma, we're going to show more potential than they did this season. But yeah, you give credit to Roma, great 3-1 win. Juventus, well, I still think they're going to win the league title, just going for a little blip. But you don't want to take a blip when you're playing a cup final against Real Madrid in the Champions League and Lazio midweek. It's not really good, but I still think they're going to win the league, the Scudetto, the 5th Scudetto in a row. Napoli put 5 past Torino. Joe Hart has now conceded 10 goals against Napoli in one season. Not really been a great season for Joe Hart, but as you can see 10 goals against one team. Yeah, not good enough. No. That's probably the reason why Pep Guardiola got rid of him. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, Napoli have been sensational. Calhoun scored 2 goals. Mertens now scored 27 this season. Insigne got a couple. They've been sensational this season. Napoli, their football is a delight to watch. Torino, their football is a delight to watch too, but they just had an off day. Napoli are literally being sensational. We'll probably finish third this season in Serie A. Atalanta get a 1-1 draw against AC Milan, which means they will be in Europe next season for the first time in 28 years. Remarkable job Atalanta have done this season. I mean, you're to be ahead of Inter Milan and AC Milan and Fiorentina, who are 3 big clubs in Serie A. Massive respect for Atalanta. They've been sensational. They have some really good kids. Kessi's one of them. He's a phenomenal defenseman fielder. They've got a really good striker and really good centre backs. They've really had a great season this season, Atalanta. AC Milan, not so much. New owners, new change. That club needs major surgery in the summer. So it's not really a great season for them. And Inter Milan too, not a great season day after day, lost 2-1 to Swallow. 2 Milan clubs have had a diabolical season. Crotone get a 1-0 win against Udinese, which means they are only a point behind them because Empoli and Genoa all lost this weekend. So that's going to the last day of the season who gets relegated. Palermo get that 1-0 win against Genoa, which Palermo already relegated. Genoa isn't really going to be a very difficult end of the season for them, indeed. So guys, let's look at the Serie A table where Juventus could have won the Scudetto this season, this weekend. They didn't. They will go to next weekend when they play Crotone. That match has got so much on it. If Juventus win their title, if Crotone win, they're in the relegation zone. It's got so much on. Match is huge next weekend. Roma will probably finish second. Will have a win against Juventus. You also got Napoli will finish third. Lazio lost this weekend, but they'll finish 4th. Atalanta, what a season they've had. They will be in Europa League next season with 5th. AC Milan, Inter Milan, they've had horrific seasons. And the relegation battle, which you all know that Pescara and Palermo relegated. It was a street fight between Empoli, Genoa and Crotone for the last relegation spot. Now guys, we're on to League 1. And in League 1, Monaco had the chance to win League 1 as well, just like Juventus. But they already have, for me, the goal difference is superior to PSG. And they won 4-0 against a Leo team who are going through a big change. Bielsa will be managing next season, so we'll see what they do next season, Leo. But Monaco, great 4-0 win. Mbappe was sensational. You know, he didn't score in this game, but 2 great assists. Falcao got 2 goals. The 3rd goal was phenomenal. The ball didn't leave the ground when Lamar chipped into Mbappe's ball into Falcao, and Falcao just placed it. How he's doing that this season for Monaco, didn't do it for Chelsea or Manchester United, is ridiculous. Maybe it was just form. Maybe it was just he had that massive injury and he didn't play in he missed the World Cup. maybe. But he is a confidence player, Falcao. He is a quality player when he's on his game. And good win for them, which means they probably definitely will win the league guarantee. Yes, PSG can catch them at points, but their goal difference is superior. PSG have to score at least 20 goals in the last game of the season, or Monaco has to exceed 20 goals. It ain't happening. PSG, Monaco will be champions. In my book, they are. PSG won 5-0, which probably means they will probably finish second this season. They haven't had a great season. They were humiliated in the Champions League with Barcelona. Yes, they won a cup, and yes, they're in another cup final, but they are demanding to win the league. They should win the league on a counter, but the reason why they haven't is because they got rid of two very influential players this season in Zlatan and in David Luiz. I didn't know how big David Luiz was for PSG until he is at Chelsea, because he's been sensational. So there's a big miss in that centre back pairing this season for Thiago Silva and David Luiz. They did put Marquinhos in there. Marquinhos not really been at this season. So big change for PSG in the summer. I think a lot of people say Nuno Emery will be out the door. I don't think he will be. I just think they need a big change, and so many players have been underperformed this season. They need to change the fabric of players bringing in. If it's going to be Aubameyang, if it's going to be Alexis Sanchez, it's definitely going to make them better. But then the likes of Di Maria, Pastore, and Ben Arthur have to go for me, because not that Ben Arthur and them not good enough. I just think they haven't played this season. That's the problem PSG have. But they've had a decent season. They won 5-0. Lucas Moura and Cavani got a couple. Draxler scores, and his touch for the 5th goal and the finish was magnificent. It was a great win for them against Saint-Étienne, who their manager is gone for 7 years, longest serving manager since Arsene Wenger, really. So they're going through a big change. So good win for PSG. Nice lost 2-0 to Alger. Their season's over. Nice, they will finish third. Alger, well, good win for them. Lyon won 3-1 against Montpellier. Yes, they got beaten in the Europa League semi-final to Ajax, controversially, because they should have won it. But they've had a decent season. No, they haven't had a great year in Lyon. But next season, it looks like Lacazette's going to go, Fekir, Toliso's going to go. They are going to bring in better players. They are going to spend money in the summer to try and fight with Monaco, Nice, PSG next season for the Ligue 1 title. It's going to be an really interesting season next season in Ligue 1. Montpellier, their season's over, they're not going to get relegated. Marseille and Bordeaux, this was the two teams fighting for the last Europa League spot, and so far it's going to go to Marseille. But Bordeaux were winning this game 1-0. Marseille got back in the game thanks to Turvan's cross. Pustins for Gomis, 1-1. Good ends, and they're probably going to, which means they have to win, which I think they will win the Valdron because they have a really good record home. So they will probably get Europa League spot. But Bordeaux, they've had a great season. They could get 7th if PSG win their French Cup final, which I think they probably will as well. And the last game was a relegation match between Bastia and Lorient. If Lorient won this game, Bastia would be relegated, and Bastia won 2-0. So that relegation is literally 5 teams are separated by 4 points. It is literally a fucking gold mine down there. Any one of those 5 could go down. It is literally anyone. So guys, let's look at the Ligue 1 table, where Monaco, which pretty much are champions but not champions, they're not champions just yet, but they are because of the superior goal difference. But they will be current champions if they get a point at home in the last game of the season, this midweek. PSG will probably finish 2nd, Nice will finish 3rd, Lyon will finish 4th, Marseille probably finish 5th ahead of Bordeaux, and the bottom, anyone it can go down. It's 5 teams from Dijon down to Nancy. Any of them 5 could go down. It is literally going down to the last day of the season next weekend. Now guys, let's move on to the rest of Europe. And the rest of Europe, Benfica are crowned champions for the 36th time and the 4th in a row. They have never done it ever before. They've never won 4 league titles in a row. They've done it. And you got, I think, one of the Portuguese players on a fucking mini moto doing donuts. It was amazing in the dressing room. It's incredible. But they won 5-0 against Guimarães. Some cracking goals. Jonas' goal, Shep, was magnificent. How they were in party mood. They was 5-0. They were unbelievable. And they actually played that team next in the Portuguese Cup final. And Guimarães thinking, oh, why are we playing Benfica again? So Benfica could do the double. this season, which they did last season and the season before that. So they're literally already, they've got a winning mentality, Benfica. Yes, they keep selling the best players, the likes of Gaetan and Roberto Sanchez, but they do bring in players from other leagues. They have a really good recruitment plan, and they really have a really good academy as well. So they have one mentality at that club, and they really have a good manager too. Porto, who can't win the league now because Benfica did, got a 4-1 win in this game, but they were 1-0 down, but they won 4-1. They will finish second this season. Sporting will finish third. They haven't had a great season this year. They lost 2-1 to Ferrara. They're not a great season for them this season, but next season it's going to be a really interesting for them next season. They probably need to bring in players. They have really missed Sinemani's goals. Bastos has scored goals, but he hasn't really been consistent with it. And there's a lot of speculation that their centre back, the Portuguese centre back, maybe go to Newcastle in the summer, so they could lose players as well, which always is the case in Sporting, Benfica and Porto, but they have to recruit well to fight for Benfica and Porto for the next season. Braga get a really good win against, they won 4-0 against Nacional. Good win for them. They'll probably finish 5th this season because Gimenez is going to finish 4th. And in the Eredivisie, Feyenoord are crowned Dutch champions for the first time since 1998. It's been over nearly 20 years? Nearly 20 years since they won a league title. Incredible. I never thought I'd say that. Amazing. They haven't won a league title in nearly 20 years. Amazing. It's a good win for them. Dirk Kuyt scores 2 goals. He's been a great asset for Feyenoord and also for Liverpool. He scored 2. They won the title. Good win for them. And they won 3-1. Good win for them, which means they're champions, which means no one can catch them. On last day, they're champions of the Eredivisie. The first time since 98. Congratulations to them, players and their staff, and also their fans. Ajax got a 3-1 win against William. Good win for them, which just means they're being now is trying to win the Europa League to get into the Champions League, but they will be in the Champions League next season in the playoffs, but they want to get automatic Champions League next season, so their main focus now is to win the Europa League final in Stockholm. So I haven't heard to say chance, but I think Man United are definitely the favourites. The ex-champions PSV get a 4-1 win to end their season on a high, which they're not going to be crowned champions this season, but they've had not a great season. They saw their best players usually. Next season, to fight for Ajax and Feyenoord, they have to really spend big, and it's going to be a good season next year in the Dutch league in Eredivisie. So guys, that's the end of the football roundup this weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, Natural is out.